What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Casa de Nikki for another awkward Q&A. Did a request for questions via my Twitter, but I posted it on my Instagram for questions on Twitter. So people tweeted me their questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and start. Gracie Ella would like to know, how are you today? Do you prefer bulking or leaning? That's a great question. It's definitely two sides of the spectrum. When you're bulking, or at least not dieting, you get a lot more options for your food choices. You can fit more fun food in, and you know, food is happiness, so there's that. And then there's cutting. Sorry, my nails are like so messed up. They're supposed to do them today, but I have people to do that and my eyelashes. I went with eyelashes, so I had to pick one or the other, and this is what happens. I'll get them fixed eventually. I promise. It's been a really long day. Cutting is great because you look good, and that is very motivating. You also don't have a lot of carbs for that motivation, and I'm kind of angry all the time. People that hang out with me probably don't like me anymore. I'm not that bad. I'm moody. And it's definitely just started in the past like week and a half or so, probably like 10 days. I've been pretty moody. So to answer your question, Gracie, I prefer whatever I'm not doing. Because when I'm cutting, I'm like, gosh, I just wish I could eat, it'd be great. But then I don't like to accept the fat gain that comes with bulking because I really, really like the way my body looks right now. That's my answer. The grass is always greener on the other side. Emily Moger would like to know, how do you stay motivated? Well, Emily, I stay motivated through many different outlets. For one, it's a routine for me at this point. So eating the right foods, tracking my food, getting to the gym is just kind of routine to me because I've made it that way. So I'm in the gym every day, even if it's a half-ass workout, if it's a phenomenal workout, I'm in the gym every day. I'm there to do it. It's gonna be done one way or the other. Also, right now, for being lower calorie, I am really close to the show, so this is like as low as my calories are gonna get. And I am finding it hard to get energy or motivation. Even caffeine is not really doing anything to me anymore. I'm just like a zombie for the most part. My motivation, that is why I have Frank now. And I feel like between Frank and working out in a warehouse sauna gym every day, those are the reasons why I have come in leaner this prep. Progress is motivating. So if you just stick to it, like hold out, because sometimes there are parts where you don't lose a lot of pounds and your measurements don't change that much and you feel like you're doing nothing, but you are. Like, just trust the process, one day at a time. Make your tweaks here and there where you need to, but just like don't give up, don't go crazy. It's happening. It just happens a lot slower than you think for the most part. I feel like I go for like 6 weeks at a time and nothing happens, and then 1 week I'm just like, oh my gosh, I had abs suddenly. It just happens like that. I don't know. That's just how it was for me. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't looking. Knox, you're not peeing in here, are you? Kate and Cass kick ass. Want to know, where do you find good music to play on your YouTube videos? When I find music, I typically go to Time Flies Tuesday to see if they have anything, because their remixes are usually copyright free, and I like the guy's voice, I like the music, they're pretty good. They're amazing, actually. I would love to see them live. If not that, I just literally type in YouTube and I go copyright free music or royalty free music, and I just kind of look. And it takes me a really long time, and I hate doing it, like hate it. So that's why I always reuse the same songs, because I hate trying to find new things, because I'm very picky and I don't really like that much stuff, and I don't like dubstep and things like that, so it's really difficult to find copyright free music. But when I can, I grab it, pick it up, try to use it. That's how I find it. I'm sure there are better ways and other ways too, but that's personally how I go about it. Logan Myers would like to know, what are your goals going forward after the show, and what do you think you can improve on? After the show, I have a lot of thoughts and goals and plans. Nothing like wild and crazy. I hate when people are like, oh my god, big things coming, there's big things coming. No offense to anyone. Christian, just kidding. But I really want to do some more, not a lot, don't freak out on me, but I do want to do some more kind of fun videos, more like things with Danae, like the Tinder experiment and things like that. Nothing like scripted or crazy, or like I'm not trying to be a comedy channel or anything like that, but I do like kind of more lifestyle things, or more things that let me bring out my personality. Like when I did that home alone video, that was really fun for me to make, and so I wouldn't mind doing things like that. Not all the time, maybe like once every other week or something. I want to do Danae's Tinder experiments. I have like a lot of ideas for like fun little things to do, and I promise I won't bombard you with them, because I know at the core this is like a fitness-based channel, and that's what my life revolves around, and that's what I'm really passionate about. So I will continue to do that, but I don't have any show plans for the near future that I can think of. I have a couple plans for things that I want to add to my website, and also other goals that I have. I wanted to do like competitions where I create a diet and a macro workout plan, and then you can buy like a ticket to enter the competition, kind of like Katie Hearn does things like that, and I think like Paige and Devin do, but they're like basically shreds competitions, let's be honest. So I want to do that, and the winners would do like, I'd fly them out, and then they could come like work out with us, me and Danae, and I don't know, Christian too maybe, I don't know, but I'm kind of thinking more female oriented, and fly out, do cool stuff. We'll go like explore Houston and go out to eat, and it'll be like a really fun weekend. I'll fly like 3 people out or something, I don't know. Those are just like brainstorming ideas that I have, but I have a lot of fun ideas for the future, and I'm really excited to start implementing them. I have a lot of things that I want to do and that I think would be really fun for the channel and for like interacting with people. And I'd also like to do whatever. I'll stop there. I have a lot of goals, a lot of thoughts, things that I want to do that are more than just like getting a bigger butt or a better body. Like I have other goals also, so I hope to be able to show you those soon. Abby Hudgens, this is kind of a girls only question, but she said, what kind of birth control do you use, and do you feel like it affects your weight? I've had a really good experience with my birth control, so I feel like I can share it. I have been on it for 3 years now. Actually, this birth control lasts for 3 years. Now you're gonna think this is really weird, but I'm gonna show you. It's actually an implant in my arm. The rod, it's in there. If you touch it, you can feel it. It feels like metal. It's called Naplexanon. Don't quote me on that, but I've had it for 3 years. I got it in September of 2012, and I've had it till now. So I have to get it changed very soon. Actually, they're gonna take it out of this arm, and I'll have another one put in this arm. It lasts me for a really long time. I haven't noticed any like weight increases or struggles in weight with it. And Danae's on it also, and I don't think she's noticed anything bad. And also, like, I don't know if this is TMI or not, but I'm just gonna tell you, I don't really have like my time of the month as often. Like I'll have it once every like 3 or 4 months, you know? Definitely not as frequently as when you're on like a pill form birth control. And I'm very, 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 very bad at taking pills every day. So this was a good option for me because I'm not good at that. That is the kind I use. I know different people have had different experiences with it, but I had a really good experience personally, so I would recommend it just because it's very convenient and lasts a long time, and I don't have like the, you know, periods. Awkward. Okay, moving on. I'd like to add a side note because I know people are gonna be like, oh, it's probably because you're so lean that you don't have one. That's definitely not accurate whatsoever, because when I was 20 pounds heavier, I was still not having them. So I don't think that's it. And I'm still in a healthy body weight range, or like body fat range for me. And speaking of which, I will have a bod pod update next Wednesday, Tuesday. It's like 4 days before the show that we're getting it redone again to see what progress we've made. So that'd be fun. Try me. Stephanie Eros there. But she would like to know, have you decided the color for your competition bikini? And I did just get my competition bikini. Christian actually showed it on his channel already. Rude. JK. But serious. So it's already there. It is a very, very pretty color, and I will be showing you it on in the next video, which may or may not also have Danae starting Tinder. We'll see, that's gonna be fun. So you have that to look forward to in an upcoming episode on my channel. I don't want to butcher this name. She was one of my clients and she's so sweet, and I met her at the Olympia and I just love her, but I don't know how to pronounce her name. It looks like Thias, but I want to say it's Ties. God, I hate not being able to read. What is your favorite part of owning a Range Rover? Now, my favorite part of I have a Range Rover Sport Supercharged. Like before this I had a Camry, and before that I had a Hyundai Elantra, like an old one. And before that I had a Mazda Protege, like an old one. So my favorite part about this car is that it's fast, like super fast. I've never owned a fast car before. I didn't know there was anything cool about a fast car, but it's really, really cool. Like, I love being able to make quick reactions to things, and like if I need to pull out, or not pull out, but you know, like go on the highway to get going, I can do so really quickly, and it's really fun. So that's probably my favorite part. Climate controlled seats that get cool, that's fun. It also has a cooler in the console. Like, what? Why is that there? I don't know, but it's really cool. I use it sometimes. And I just love that it has so much space. It has like a section in the back that's perfect for the dogs. I put them back there, so it fits all of my needs. I love it. I can fit everything in it if I go shopping, or, you know, get like a piece of furniture or office chairs or things like that. It fits in there really easily, so it's nice. It's kind of like, you know, it's nice. It's roomy, it's fast, it's got a cooler. Like, what more could you want in life, guys? What more could you possibly want? Danielle would like to know, how do you obtain a sponsorship from a company? How do you get them to find you? Nowadays, this used to be very different. When I first started posting fitness type things, kind of looking at fitness people before I was ever even thought of a sponsorship, I think it was more like who you knew, magazine kind of things, like competing might get you noticed, a lot of like Olympia people kind of, and kind of just luck. And it is a lot of it is just luck. But now it's definitely transitioned to being completely social media based. Realistically, that's the best way to advertise now, because people aren't reading magazines and things like that as often, so they tend to be, you know, if you post something on Instagram and you have 500,000 followers, like potentially 500,000 people are going to see that post. So it's just a way for companies to advertise easily. So that is what I would say is the only way that I know of to get sponsored by a company. To build up your social media following, you have to be really consistent. You have to provide good content. As you provide the content, you need to look at feedback, see what people like, see what people don't like, see what gets the most likes, what gets the most comment feedback, what gets everything, and then you need to produce that kind of content. You know, like you need to not just post what you want to post. If you're trying to build your social media to create a job off of it, you need to post what is getting the best reaction from people, I guess. So for example, I use an app called Social Blade, and it shows me, this is like my Instagram, it shows me how many followers I have, my follower growth, like if it's up or down by percentage, and then it shows me like specifically how many followers I gained a day. So focus on me. So for example, I can go back and I gain about 2,000 to 3,000 followers a day on Instagram. And then I'll go back, and this one day I gained 6,000. So I'm gonna go back and see what did I post on that day that gained that influx of followers. And then I try to make that kind of content, not every day necessarily, but every once in a while, you know. It was the day that I had my bikini shoot. I posted that picture, which is actually my most liked picture on Instagram. It has 38,000 likes and about 1,000 comments. So I know people like this picture, so I could try to like produce these kinds of pictures. Not the exact same picture, obviously, but like that theme of picture. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I'm trying to explain this in the way that I think of it when I'm trying to grow, or when I'm trying to make sure that my Instagram isn't like dying off or something. It also has, on Social Blade, it also has a YouTube one, so I can see how many subscribers I'm getting and how many views I get a day and things. And I can see exactly how many subscribers I'm gaining a day, and if like a certain video made me gain more subscribers, then I know that video is like a positive thing, or if that video gets more likes or comments and things like that, and then I try to make that kind of content for people. That's a little research that goes behind it on my end on growing social media, and that is how I think that you get sponsorships. So that's what I have to say about that. I'm like out of breath. Can't breathe. All right, let's answer a couple more. Will you be pursuing more fitness modeling? Would love to see a feature cover. From Jennifer LeBlanc. That is so sweet, like really sweet. I don't really consider myself like a fitness model. Like I've done modeling shoots and done things and gotten paid for them, but I don't know, like that's just not what I think of myself as. One, because I don't even really think I'm photogenic, and two, there's just so many more people in the world that are like better looking than I am and better at that kind of stuff, and that like do that as a career to pay their bills, you know, like modeling is what they do. So I don't really consider that my like job title. So I enjoy doing photo shoots because that's something fun to prep for. That's not a show, you know, and they are fun, and I like feeling sexy or sassy or, you know, having fun with things like that, but it's not like really an aspiration of mine to be like a great fitness model because, you know, I'm only so cool and I'm more awkward than sexy, so there's that. Side pony for the win. Because if not, it looks like I'm bald when I have it back here, and then I take it out and I was wearing a ponytail, so I have a lump in my hair, so it looks stupid. Either way. How annoying is this Q&A so far? Scale from 1 to 10. What changes will you be making to your diet and water intake in peak week? Georgina Stanway. I am not going to make any changes at all because I don't want to rebound. I want to look good for my show, but I don't want to rebound. And every time I've tried to water deplete, I've used like Expel or L2 or dandelion root, things like that. I just look terrible the next week, like awful. You rebound badly from it. Every time I've gained a lot of weight after like being quite lean, it's always from doing that. I don't want to this time. I'm not going to. I refuse. I think I'm just gonna kind of carb deplete and load up on carbs the day or two before if I'm lean enough. And that is my plan, but I'm not gonna mess with water at all. So I'm not gonna do it, none. I wanna wrap this up because I think it's gonna be really long. I'm gonna have to cut a lot out. Hannah Vest said, very random, but what kind of bubble bath did you use in that photo last week? Bubble Mania, I need a good brand. That was not intentional. I don't know if y'all saw my tweet, but I did tweet that I went a little overboard on the bubbles. I didn't mean to. We've never used our jacuzzi before, and Christian and I were trying to relax, and we drip a bath, and I just put 3 different body soaps in there, and I had like an Olay one and a Dove one. I just wanted like a couple different scents, so it was filling up, and I put it in towards the beginning, and then I just kind of left and came back, and the foam, it was just ridiculous. Like you couldn't even enjoy it. We couldn't sit in it. It wasn't even fun. I had to scoop it out with a bucket, and I made a huge mess, and it was just very terrible. Awkward moments with Nikki. Bubble bath. So it was literally just body soap, and it made a lot of bubbles. A lot. I'll answer 2 more. I like this one too. What did you do before your current role as a fitness guru? Which is kind of sweet. I've never thought of myself as that. But that was from L, Nick, and my star, Lottie Pops, at Lottie Pops. Before I did this, when I was living in San Antonio, I was working like 4 jobs. I did cocktail waitressing at night on Fridays and Saturdays at a club. I was also a waitress at a pizza place called Grimaldi's Pizzeria. And I also did like promo modeling for liquor companies. So I just did things like Crown Royal, Ciroc, things like that. I did events for them. What else did I do? That's pretty much it. And I did that while working out every day and trying to grow my social media. When Christian and I met, I remember like on our first date, I was at 17,000 Instagram followers and he was at 13,000. So I thought I was hot shit because I was ahead of him. And I had no idea what YouTube was at the time. So after I was introduced to that, he said that I should start a YouTube channel because there wasn't a lot of female action going on in the fitness YouTube community. So I did, and I really enjoyed it. And that is why I continue to do that. I was working all those jobs, and then I moved to Houston in like April or May of last year. I was going to transfer all those jobs over because there's a Grimaldi's over here. My promo job had a section over here also. So I was just gonna kind of transfer everything over, but I was making money through YouTube and I had a sponsorship or two at the time, and I was doing a little bit of online training just to help people out for like super beginners and stuff. I ended up making enough off that to pay my half the rent and everything when I moved over here. So I've just been building off that, and now it's become quite lucrative. And even though I was barely scraping by at the time, when I first started moving, I was like broke a lot. I have moved up since then, and now I can say that I've been quite successful since the move, and I'm really proud of myself and I'm happy. One of the other questions was like, what does Christian bring out in you? It made me believe in myself, you know? I tried things that I wouldn't have tried without his like encouragement. It was really nice to have that. I'm very grateful to him for always being really supportive and always, you know, encouraging me to try harder and try more and try different things and like never give up and things like that. And when I'm like upset about things, he always really understands because we do really similar things. I feel like his is like a very different personality than my channel and my kind of Instagram and things like that. His is very like motivational, inspirational, and serious, and like, let's do entrepreneurial things and do businesses and work harder and stronger, faster, or whatever. And mine's more like, I'm awkward, you know, something, I don't know, me. So mine's more like lifestyle and like, this is my experience and this is how I'm dealing with things, and I'm very much so not perfect and I mess up a lot, but I still make progress and do things. And like, I feel like I can connect to, you know, lots of women because I was very, very normal. I am very, very normal, let's be honest. So I feel like I can help a lot of people that have been through similar experiences and things like that. That's my answer. I don't even know what the question was or where I went with that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna wrap this up now because this is gonna be just like real long. I hope you enjoyed the Q&A. I really enjoy doing these. They're a lot of fun. I hope y'all like them and they're not too like boring or tedious, because I know it's kind of just me sitting here talking, and I usually like to move around a lot and have like different backdrops and things like that. So I apologize for not doing that, but I hope you enjoyed the Q&A, and I feel like I was very energetic for this Q&A. I am pretty freaking proud of myself. I blame this meal that I just had, which was delicious, and it just filled me with the glory of food, and it was amazing. And I'm like out of breath now from the energy that I just gave you. So that's it. I'm 2 weeks out. I have another video coming for you, hopefully tomorrow, maybe the next day if not. So you'll have a happy July 4th, America, stuff like that. And I love you. That's it. Cutting it off. Promise. I'm shutting up. Shut up, Nikki. God, so annoying. Love you. My sweet, sweet friends.